The next tactile instruction has two main purposes. The first one, to emphasize the opening of the spine during the rolling motion, and the other one to emphasize on the abdominal engagement, and that the standing roll down is a abdominal strengthening exercise that also actively lengthens and strengthens spine extensors, of course focusing on the deep spine extensors in terms of strength. So Martina, first in her optimal body position, initiates the roll down motion herself, and then when the thoracic spine is in flexion, her arms are hanging, beautiful, she pauses, and I'm holding her wrists. Now I'm holding kind of with a definite hold here, but without gripping. And then for a moment we just pause here. I would give her the instructions to engage pelvic floor and all of the abdominal muscles fully, if she hasn't done so already. And then I start to pull her hands down towards the floor. And Martina's task is to resist the pull by lifting the pubic bone up. By lifting the pubic bone up, lifting the pelvis up, the lumbar spine is opening, and she is avoiding hip flexion as much as possible, and for this she has to fully engage her abdominals while the spine extensors actively lengthen or eccentrically work, in whatever way you want to see it. So at the lowest point, I can hold for a little longer. Martina stays fully engaged. I keep drawing down to emphasize that this is the end point of a roll down, that the aim is to open the lumbar area. It's not a leg stretch. I'm not pulling too strongly either. I don't want to pull her forward. And then either I let go here, or I could apply the same tactile instruction on the way up. However, you need to look at your client. If the person has the spine evenly flexed, the lumbar spine is nicely opening, the pulling down on the way up can give very nice feedback for the lumbar extensors to segmentally elongate the spine. However, if someone is restricted in their lumbar flexion, so the back is fairly flat, or they are quite dominant in their global muscles, the pulling down might be too strong. So see how you go. So for Martina, that works actually very nicely. So again, I'm holding on to her wrists. Martina is rolling up, and now we do it the other way around. Martina is actively rolling up, and I just hold her back. So it's the other way than the roll down. And then at one point, I slowly let go. So the final bit she's doing on her own.